Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone and everything between, welcome to the tween. Did I just say tween? Wait, in between. No, yeah, I'm right. Okay. Shut up, Pete. Welcome, everyone, to the Stay Positive Podcast, episode A number. I'm Alex, and I'm joined by...
Wait, so the last few episodes, I'm just curious. Why do you start with, or you just like sigh as if it's like a chore?
Well, to
or
give
task.
it like a I should like what? Should I just start immediately with click? Hey, wait, no, click. Wait, no. What do I do? Hey, everyone. It's like, wait. So what would I do normally? I would just click it and go, hello, everyone.
What just happened?
Like, what would you do? Like, because you don't. I feel like you shouldn't just
I don't
start.
know. We're
right
having
away.
a conversation. Yeah, obviously you don't start right away.
Okay,
Gosh, Alex.
that peaked the mic.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. So,
You
welcome.
still haven't introduced yourself.
I'm Pete. Nice
Are
to meet you
Are
guys.
you though?
And gals. No.
Guys and gals. All right. This is the Not Funny podcast. Click off while you still can. Anyway.
No. So, we had this idea.
No, we're not doing this idea, P. We failed miserably. It's
No,
the blooper reel.
That's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be part of our blooper reel. Eventually, we're thinking of doing some activities, and that's all we'll release for now.
Improve our, we're not actors or writers, so
Yes.
so we're not
But,
good at it. It's an absolute train wreck. Pete couldn't even come up with a character's name. But it's fine, because we'll get better at it. Episode 50, we'll write a short story.
Maybe.
Not the story we were going to. Like,
Maybe.
just make a small one
Maybe.
about a guy named Pete
No.
running a podcast.
No. Wow.
I feel like that should be a story you can tell.
That's messed up, yo. Or what is the story a train wreck, or the attempt to tell the story a train wreck?
I don't know. That's where the creative part
maybe
comes
both
in.
of them?
Maybe, yeah, both of them. Pete.
So,
How have you been, Pete? It's been a week since we last met.
it's been a week. I've been just working on my life, man. You know, constantly. I've been just working out every single day, basically. Starting to feel a little sore.
Because you keep doing more every day.
Yeah, a little bit. Not necessarily. I mean, I changed up my workout plan as well. So it was it's kind of different than what I used to do. I used to do just mostly pull-ups, just straight. So I would do like 8 sets of pull-ups type of thing. Whereas now I'm doing a lot of different exercises, but
Why would you just do pull-ups of all exercises?
because I'm trying to become a pull-up master and just do maybe like 70 pull-ups in a row, which is not possible, but
What's the most pull-ups
I
a
don't
person
know.
can do?
it depends on the time limit.
I'm sure a rock
World record
climber
is-
could just do like a million in a row.
So, you remember David Goggins?
Yeah,
He did like
100,
10,000.
not in a row.
No, not like on a bar. Yeah, he did it in like 24 hours. Or he did several thousand.
If he did, let's say 5,000. If he did 5,000 in 24 hours, it's approximately 4 hours would be 100 times 10. So that would mean he was doing like 100 every hour. Wait, no, 1,000 every hour.
No.
No, wait, that would be 24,000. So yeah, it would be in between 100 to like 300 an hour.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's like, for what purpose do you need that
Guinness
ability?
World Record book achievement.
Do you want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, Pete?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, what would I be going for? It depends. There's so many world records that are just so completely...
Most downloaded podcast. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going for it.
All right, I'm down. I mean, we'll have to do it for like the next 50 years probably.
Or get lucky.
How are we going to get lucky?
That's what luck is. You don't. It's not up to you. It just
Okay,
happens.
okay. Side note then. Everyone listening right now, spread it to your friends and family. We want to get Guinness World Record for most downloaded podcast ever. if we get like 100 million views or no
Views.
downloads. Shut up, Alex. Then we'll dedicate the Guinness World Record award
To all of you.
To all of you. So
Thank you. I always had like this weird, like how there's like 9 billion people in the world or 8 billion. If every one of them just gave me $1, I'd be a billionaire. And it's just $1. Everyone could spare it.
So just start a GoFundMe.
No, because that's what not the Kardashian, the sister, half sister, Jenner,
Kylie?
yeah.
Which one?
Whichever one's with the makeup, probably both.
I think that's Kylie. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's
she
Kylie.
literally like started like a campaign. It's like, everyone like give me money so I can be the youngest billionaire, and that made me angry, because I'm just like,
wait.
because I was just like, why would anyone like give you money just for the sake of like your own accomplishment of just being a billionaire?
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I thought she made all her wealth from her makeup.
No, she did, but like at some point, and maybe this was just a rumor or like a lie, but like I read somewhere that she was like, "Hey, buy my stuff or support me, so I can be the youngest billionaire."
I mean, why is that a bad thing? I thought she did like literally what you just said.
She might have. I don't know.
No
She might have
way,
just
dude.
been asking.
Well, think about that. Who's gonna ever support someone that does it for pure vanity like that?
Bro, do you know what year this is?
You're not wrong. 2020 is a year and a half
Do
in
you
normal years.
do you know anything about meme culture, Pete?
Alex,
Yes.
how dare you ask me that question? I'm not even like a huge
Good, because
meme.
you go outside, get sunlight. You're like a normal human being.
I'm just driven. I do things. I do a lot of things. I don't have time to like waste my life into memes for hours upon hours a day.
Kylie Jenner asking.
Although memes are
to
funny.
be a bill.
What are you looking? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to know if I just made that up or if she actually was like soliciting.
Well,
Kylie Jenner fans create GoFundMe
Oh, wow.
seeking donations to make her the youngest billionaire. I feel like that's even worse.
why is that worse?
Because, like, why would you do that when you can do that for us, the Stay Positive podcast?
Well, vanity, dude.
Jenner
What?
is not. I'm just. Okay, yeah. So it
Okay,
seems
so-
like she didn't make it, but I don't see anything that says she stopped it. So,
Money is what is that saying? Money is the root of all evil.
yeah, the root of all evil is money.
Dang. And there used to I don't remember how. But there was some type of mathematical equation or some BS that would say time equals money. I don't remember. I think just money is the root of all evil.
Oh.
Isn't that an expression?
Yeah, that's an expression. So is time is money.
Time is
And,
money, and then
You don't need to mention that one, Pete. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, let's say
Should we start a GoFundMe, Pete?
What happens if we started a GoFundMe and then the unbelievable following of the Stay Positive podcast actually started donating to us?
I wouldn't feel happy doing that.
I wouldn't want to do it either, actually.
I think, and this is like probably when we become like we have thousands upon thousands of listeners.
You mean trillions upon trillions?
Well, if that happened, we don't need to do anything when it comes to like asking for money by that point.
No, why would we ever ask for money? That's so vain. I hate that.
Well, do you know what Patreon is?
Oh, but that's
you give something
yeah.
back. Like you give your that could be. But even then, I don't feel like doing that because I don't like asking people for money.
I never ask people. I don't ask people for anything, gifts either.
Okay.
I guess I'm some kind of perfect person.
No, you're not.
No, I'm definitely not.
We're not perfect, but I don't know. There's something about. It's one thing when you ask for like help or assistance or knowledge, but it's another thing when you ask for material stuff for no reason other than just to have it.
I do agree with that. I would say that some material stuff, or no, all material things, This might be like, we'll call this optimistic nihilism, because I'm
Nihilism.
nihilism.
That's not.
I was told that it's actually pronounced nihilism yesterday.
That's a lie.
You're a lie.
It's a nihil. You call it a
Look
nihil. It's nihilist. So
Look it up.
should be nihilism.
Look it up.
Going to dictionary.
I thought it was nihilism also. Maybe it's both.
Nihilism.
Okay, so as Alex uses our trusty search engine,
no, I'm using dictionary.com.
What I was gonna say is material things really are super pointless to have. At least material things that can't help you really like improve yourself in some way. So for instance, I have this longboard that I've wanted to get because I haven't skated in a long time. I have it in my Amazon cart, right? All the other stuff I'm going to get is an extra mic for the Stay Positive podcast because of something that may happen or may not happen very soon. Stay tuned, you people. And I have a longboard and I have my protein because I absolutely destroy teen on a
what
daily basis.
What are you talking about?
But no, so my point is I want to learn how to skate again. And so when I'm talking about material items like that, you know, like I don't really need a longboard or anything.
Nihilism. It's nihilism. Can you
hate
actually be quiet? Go on. You want to be a skateboard bra?
No, dude. I just want to learn how to skate again. I used to when I was younger, but
Tony Hawk Jr.
No. I'm saying like it's one of those things that I feel like I can improve myself. It's like not a terribly unuseful skill to have. And so if I could do it again, that'd be pretty cool.
Longboards are just the long skateboards.
Yeah.
You can't really can you do tricks with those or not really? Those are just for like cruising the streets.
Yeah, you just go from point A to point B, really.
There's so many videos of these cool guys like going downhill, like.
Oh, but yeah, they're
cool. What? They're not cool, Pete? Can you think you can do that? You can surf on a hill.
Surf on a hill?
Yeah.
Did you really just say that?
Yeah. Do you see these guys? These guys are like bending over, like and like touching the ground. It's like it's crazy what they're doing.
That's actually not. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Give me a couple months. I have to get the longboard first.
Right.
But what other material items? I was really because I'm really big into audio stuff in general. Like I love music. I love audio tech. So I found a certain speaker that was really discounted, that it's like a very high-end speaker, and it was like less than half the price of its original retail, and I freaked out and I almost impulse bought it. But
Why didn't you buy it?
Because I don't need it.
What is it? It's just a speaker?
Yeah, like a portable Bluetooth speaker.
I mean,
its value is at $350. I found it for $130.
But like, what would you use it for?
I don't know. What does one use a speaker to do, Alex?
You just want to listen to music?
Well, yeah.
Don't you have headphones for that?
Yeah, but a Bluetooth speaker.
I hate these. I personally, I don't hate. Hate's a strong word, but like when there are people like when I was in Boston, like riding in the streets and playing like their music like at the absolute highest level, like while skateboarding. It's like, come on, man. I want to just walk and appreciate like the quiet sounds of nature.
You mean the cars right next to you?
Well, I didn't. At night, it wasn't that. It's not. There's very low traffic at night.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's like I'm tired. I'm walking home. Like it's the middle of the night, and I'm just hearing like this loud hip hop music with these guys with the motor longboards, the ones you can
the boosted boards,
the automatic ones that can
boosted boards.
And I'm just like, come on. But that's probably just because I was sleep deprived. I probably would think they're pretty cool.
Sleep deprivation, you love to see it.
It's my life, half my life.
So What's like a material thing that you bought that you don't think you ever needed? I don't like I one thing that I've changed in my behavior is that I have not really I used to be so bad with money in general. I used to be so stupid with the way I spent it in a sense that I would just buy like things that I didn't need and just cuz I felt like I would have some use for them and like momentary satisfaction, like that momentary, I guess, rush of dopamine for having that thing, and then it gets old over time, like a new, I don't know, a new watch or a new Bluetooth speaker or I don't know, anything.
No, yeah, I know exactly what
A lot
you're
of people
talking
actually
about.
have that issue. Because it's an issue, in my opinion. I don't think like it's worth
Yeah.
having that type of behavior. But
Do you know what a loot box is, Pete?
loot box?
Yeah.
No.
So in video games, you can buy a loot box, and a loot box contains random stuff like cosmetic skins for your like character, cosmetics for your gun, that because most of them usually are in shooting games.
Mm-hmm.
Cosmetic taunts, like your character can do a funny taunt or dance.
Like that little L dance in Fortnite.
Yes, so you can unlock those by paying for a loot box.
Okay.
You don't know what you're getting.
Okay.
So it's well, first of all, would you consider that gambling? If you pay money
Ooh.
for something that's random?
No.
No.
This is I mean, you're gambling, but in a different sense than traditional gambling. Gambling is like putting your money on the line for the chance to get more money. This thing is putting money on the line in exchange for something that you don't know.
But you can't get
what it is exactly.
you can't get a money equivalent back.
Yes.
So
it's a different type of gambling, I would say.
Yeah. So in England right now, they're literally fighting to make this like illegal.
Really?
Or for adults, because gambling is legal, but it's very, very much regulated.
Yeah.
Whereas in video games, loot boxes are not regulated at all.
Right.
You could
mean,
literally
who can
do
regulate that?
anything. No. I don't want to do that because it's very scummy. Because it basically takes advantage of all the kids.
No. What, you want it to be regulated?
Yeah.
Oh. How does it take advantage of kids? Kids can control what they're buying, right?
Yeah, but it's random. It's one thing if you could pay exactly for what you want, but here you're paying for the chance to get what you want. And they control like the percentage of everything, which means you don't know what the percent chance of you getting something is. It could be fair, or it could be completely one-sided against you.
Right, but these kids are still making a conscious decision to purchase it, even though they understand it's random.
Yeah, but it's really addicting. Like,
so?
That's not good, Pete.
You still haven't persuaded me as to why
it should be illegal.
Illegal, at least for like kids, or let's say 13 and under, for instance.
If kids spend thousands of dollars from their parents' credit cards buying this stuff, and this is happening in the hundreds, if not thousands, would you say that's fine?
I would say that actually falls on the parents.
It should, yeah, but
credit
like
card to spend on a video game.
But most of these kids, when the parents tell them how much they spend, they don't realize how much they spend, because the way it works is you actually buy virtual currency and then you spend it on the box. I know. So you don't like, you buy $20, you buy a loot box, and there's a bunch of colorful lights. That makes it enticing, right?
Yeah, of course.
And you don't get what you want because it's obviously against your favor. You're not going to get the cool, rare stuff.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to do it again and again and again.
And again.
And again and again and again.
Okay.
And by the time you realize it, you spend hundreds of dollars in a day.
Nice. I mean...
Not nice.
I still don't think that... that is a reason to regulate it for kids. I feel like... it is, if anything, it should be regulated for everybody.
Yeah, no, it is. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's being treated like it's legislature from many countries are trying to like say this is like gambling.
Okay.
So you should not ban it, but you should regulate it like gambling.
Okay, that's fair.
Because in actual casinos, all the machines and all the like stuff there, it's highly regulated. There are like inspectors. There are literally third-party inspectors that come to check this stuff to
Actually,
make sure it's not rigged or like to.
huh?
Because if it's rigged, then it's a scam, right? You know.
It's true, but I mean, let's be honest. Aren't all these casinos like a scam?
No,
I mean,
it's
dude.
not a scam. It's just your chances of winning are really low.
Dude,
No, it's serious.
house
Like,
always wins, bro.
the house always wins because gambling, like when you get a win, you want to do it again. But the percentages of you winning are so low that if you keep going, you'll eventually have nothing.
I might just be cynical. I also don't gamble, to be fair.
No, I don't gamble either. But my friend, we played like a half an hour game, me and two other guys of blackjack,
Okay.
and we were like gambling with like paper straws or whatever, because we were just at a restaurant.
Okay.
And within half an hour, both me and my friend lost all our straws. And we were
Nice.
winning. Like there were moments where like we were winning. Like
Nice.
there was some moments where we had more than the house, right? But eventually, because we just kept going, we lost because the chances are just not in your favor.
Yeah.
And while I can't speak with 100% certainty, I'm willing to bet casinos are quote unquote fair. It's just that your chance of winning is so low that even when you win, if you go back in there, you're gonna lose all your winnings.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You don't do sports betting. Sports betting is on the rise too. That new type of gambling.
But that's not
Well-
just kind of not a coin flip per se, but that's just like who's gonna win.
Yeah, but that like, to be fair, that's been around just as long, obviously, because everyone wants to bet on any type of competition.
Yeah, for centuries
You know?
or decades.
I bet you they were betting on gladiators in a coliseum, bro.
Yeah,
Like that would be
fun.
that'd be like prime thing to bet on back then, at least for gamblers. But now that tech has allowed it to become a lot more easily obtainable, or at least the service itself, you know, like your bookie or just having the ability to gamble a lot easier when it comes to sports
It's not
betting.
good because gambling can lead to addictive behavior, which is self-destructive.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to bring back, you know, with an unfortunate thing that happened in my past.
Okay.
I
go
was
for
one
it.
of those kids that, you know, spent a lot of money.
Oh wow.
That's why I know.
Whoa.
That's why I know. I didn't spend thousands of dollars. Let me clear the room. I wasn't that stupid, but I did know. Like seriously, I did. Like when I was like 12 or 11 or whenever like FIFA something.
Yeah, you lost all your money.
I didn't
on
lose.
FIFA.
I like
FIFA. They're smart with it, man.
no. They literally hire psychologists and call them like social engineers to like make it this as addictive as possible.
Of course.
Yeah, but that's not good.
I mean, they are selling a product.
No, they're not. They're selling a service. That's you. And you want to know something?
No. Technically, they are selling a product, but
They're
I think
leaning
they need
now.
to-
Modern times, they're leaning more towards service, which means you subscribe, and you don't even get everything.
Oh, that's cruel. That I don't like, actually.
It's their game.
Being a person that understands this stuff, because I do.
It's called live service. That's
No,
what they like
I
to
know,
call
I
it.
know. I in that sense, then I feel like there needs to be heavy regulation when it comes to
The thing is, there's
everybody.
zero. Like,
Everybody, yeah.
the thing about this is like I know you don't know anything about games, but like there is literally zero regulation. They could literally make the chances. They could make the chances of you getting the rare thing 0% if they wanted. Not anymore, because there have been like a lot of people like saying change this. So there have been like a few small steps. So like now they're supposed to like disclaim the percentage chances of winning
Okay.
things. But the thing is, even that's not perfect because there'll be like less than 1% chance.
Yeah, of course.
Well, what's less than 1%? That could be 99. That could be like 0.99, or it
Of
could be
course.
0.01% chance. So even now, it's still not perfect, but it's slowly getting there. I don't like. In my opinion, you know, video games should be products, like you said. They shouldn't be something where you have to literally pay more than the original amount to get like everything. You should just pay for it once and be able to get everything on your own. That's my philosophy anyway.
To me personally, it doesn't necessarily matter because I'm also not a consumer.
Well, yeah,
But also,
but like
I will say the person that did invent that type of business model is a pretty smart person.
no, it started with mobile games,
Yeah, I know.
and then for some reason
Clash of Clans buying gems.
yeah, and
Remember those?
I didn't play Clash of Clans. I what it's so funny because like I knew mobile games were a scam, but somehow I still fell into the FIFA. Cause no, I guess no, because I liked soccer,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I want to get the best players,
Yeah.
and you either have to literally play like 1,000 games just to be able to afford it with the in-game currency, or pay $5 for a loot box. So what would you do? That's probably the thing that I'm the most angry about for loot boxes. It's not that they exist, it's that your two choices are spend 1,000 hours to get one thing, or buy something that you might get it instantly. It's
That
like
is that is the unfortunate flaw in human.
yeah,
like
because
the
we're
human
impatient.
reward system. Yeah.
But it's
They count on the fact that we have lower attention
no
attention spans.
100%. But like that's just a scummy thing to do.
Is it though? I mean, they're
yes.
leveraging a flaw in our psychology.
Yeah, to take advantage of us. That's a scummy thing to do. You don't think taking advantage of people is wrong, Pete?
Of course I do, genius.
Then they're taking
But
advantage.
I'm like, you're not
And the thing is,
convincing me how they're being taken advantage of, because I don't know, maybe I just have clarity
because like you don't.
above all, where if I were faced with something like that, I would just logically think, okay, I'm not going to spend my money for this.
Yeah, but you're looking at it
If I
in
can-
hindsight, and also you don't play games. And think about it like the speaker. But imagine it was you 10 years ago, and the speaker was like 75%. No. Imagine this. Imagine you could pay for the speaker for like $700 or $300, or you can buy $1 ticket and you might win it for free. How many tickets would you buy before you stop?
To be honest, none.
Okay, P, I know you're taking the moral high ground, but like kids will look at that because kids don't know better.
I agree with
kids
you.
don't know
I
better.
agree with you. Most kids will probably buy that ticket.
No,
like,
because
as
they
soon
make
as possible.
they make it small, so it's like, oh, it's just $5. Oh, it's
yeah.
just $5. Oh, it's just $5. And then you bought $5 100 times. It's like, oh, by the way, you spent $500 on a $60 game. So you spend more on the microtransactions than you did on the actual original game.
I mean, in the end, yeah, that needs some regulation. I will say it's a genius way to make money,
No,
though.
it's brilliant in the most evil thing possible, but
evil geniuses, man, they run the world.
it's true. No, it boils down to what I said many episodes ago. It's like one of the easiest ways to succeed is create a problem, sell the solution. The problem here is that it takes too long to unlock
yeah.
something. It takes too long to play the game and earn it the normal way. So here, pay for it. You might win. You might win it. It's only $5. You might get you can spend 500 hours or just the $5. Your choice. That's the argument. That's the legal argument they keep boiling. It's like, we're not forcing you to buy it. None of it's all cosmetic. It's not. It doesn't really. You can earn it in game, but it's like, yeah, I could earn it in game, but it takes me 500 hours to like earn it versus 1 second of pushing the $5 loot box. And they design it that way, which that's probably the part that makes. If they made the game such that it was like relatively quick, I could earn it myself. Like, yeah, it might take me an hour or two to like earn it, but I could still like earn it in moderate time. Then I probably wouldn't be as upset about it as I am. But because it takes like dozens upon dozens of hours just to get one thing, versus just instantly having a chance to get it right away, is like, okay, it's clear they're consciously doing it this way, and it's a detriment to the game, in my opinion, because they're ruining the experience for money.
Moral of the story is don't gamble, kids.
Don't gamble. Don't be greedy.
What I want to know, actually, this is something that I have thought about, but I don't know if it's even easily answerable by any of us or people alive today.
Also, before you start, I only did it for FIFA 12. I stopped like right after the next game. I have learned I'm not the stupid 11 or 12-year-old I was.
Okay, at least you learned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
so,
skater boy.
So what I really wonder is if that stuff is even random.
Well, you can't. You don't know.
I don't
and there's no
think it
regulation.
is.
You couldn't.
I don't think it is, dude. Well, think about it like this. When you have to write a script for a computer program to do something randomly, it's actually never random. Like, if you use, like, a random function, it technically just cycles through some numbers. Like, over and over and over.
Yeah.
Over a very long, I guess, what is it? Very long sequence of numbers.
Okay, how many 7-year-olds are like thinking about the semanticality of the programming that
Okay,
went into the game?
no one is. I'm saying I am.
But like,
I wonder about how how truly random these things are.
well, here's the thing: if millions of players are buying this stuff, you can't predict it because you don't know which number you are.
Of course.
So, to a certain extent, it is random. You could be the first person. You could be the 500th. How would you say 500th? Is that the word?
500th, yeah.
500th person.
Englishmen, use your words.
You could be the millionth person. You know, you don't know which spot you are in line. So yeah, technically you could probably predict which things would come out in each random box, but you wouldn't be able to figure out like where you are. So probably if you were the only one playing, you probably could game the system to know exactly when you're gonna get the thing, but you're not gonna have that chance. So yeah, you're right. It's not pure random, but it's really close.
What is pure random?
Pure randomness is completely random. Like,
I know, but can you explain it?
No.
Why?
Well, pure randomness means there's no system behind the decision making. It's purely made on a whim or with no logic behind it. That's randomness by its like dictionary definition. Pete, well, how would you define randomness, Mr. Entropy, Mr. We're all in a computer simulation guy?
No, I don't know. When I think of randomness, I think of like literally back to grade school, irrational numbers.
Well, that's not random.
Yeah.
Pi is an irrational number, but we know exactly how we got it. It's from circles.
But it is technically... I don't like you and your math stuff.
It's math major. Comes in handy in the
Oh.
most useless of times.
Like the Stay Positive podcast.
Yeah. That's not a definition. That's just like an example.
No, I know. Randomness. Yeah. I'm inclined to believe your definition of randomness, to be honest.
I
But
mean,
I'm curious if we are living in a simulation.
Shut up, Pete.
How random is it all, really?
I have free will, and I'm not a computer byte in a God's computer.
Hey, man, I'm big in free will.
Yeah. We talked about it in a previous episode. Which one? We don't know. Listen to them all. Download them all.
Exactly.
All right.
These games are addictive. What else is super addictive about these games, though? Because like I said, I don't play a lot.
Well, the thing is, they make it. One thing they do is you can see everyone else, so you will have like the default costume, but you can see the player next to you with the really cool costume. So when you're a kid, you're probably gonna look at that and be like, "I want that. How do I get it?" And then, once again, we go back to that. Well, you can play a 500 hours, or you could just click this instant maybe you can win button.
Instant feedback.
Yeah. There's a video, and I'm gonna link this one in the.
Are you actually?
Yeah, this one is
Sure about
really
that?
good. It's like a Swedish game developer who literally describes the whole microtransactions for mobile games.
Okay.
And he basically makes it out to be like a science, right? He's basically he says people are like whales.
What?
No. When it comes to money, because you can make like thousands of dollars off one person. And then he said, when you think about these types of people, you usually think of like billionaires or like oil princes or people like that. When in actuality, the people who spend thousands of dollars are just like normal people. And he's describing like how to take like advantage of them.
Oh my gosh.
And there's like Temple Run.
Of course.
So like
Wow, that's a throwback and a half.
one thing like he talked about was something called like a hot state. So when you're playing Temple Run and you die, there is an option to like you want to continue. And
I remember that.
He said that you have like adrenaline or you have like chemicals in your brain that are like now, and you only have like 10 seconds. So like this is like a fast decision, and you're not thinking rationally about like the consequences of like spending an extra dollar to like start over. So within 10 seconds your brain just instinctually, and because you're on that high of like playing, making it deep into a run, you just click the button and you just let the dopamine take over.
Whoa,
so
that's so true.
And
I never thought of that. I never thought about it. That's literally so smart.
And it works because it's true. Because when you're in the game, you're like, oh man, I died. And then you have like, and the thing is, because it's timed, you only have 10 seconds. You don't have time to like think about this. It's just like, do I want to keep playing? It's like, yes. You click the button and you keep playing. So they're using literally every psychological tactic they can think of to make you want to play the game. Whether you would like you're like, oh, I'm above it all. I don't make poor decisions. My name's Pete.
Do I really sound like that?
My name's Pete. Yeah, but like realistically, if you were like hooked in these games and you saw that and you had low willpower, you would just click that button instantly. Like, I know you're just a god among men, but like not everyone has that like level of self-discipline and self-willpower, so you can only imagine how much money they made off of tactics like this.
Wow.
Because think about it, Pete. If 1 million people spent $1, you just made $1 million. And if they did it 10 times, they made it 10 million. If 10 million people spent $10 within the last hour, you made $100 million in 1 hour.
Oh my.
And then you do it the next day, and the next day, man. And the next day. And then you're $1 billion company from mobile games.
Almost a week later.
Yeah.
Jeez. How much money do you think Temple Run made off of that?
A lot.
Like,
hundreds of millions.
Oh,
maybe not. Like,
oh, man.
Either low hundreds of millions or close to 100 million.
Oh, man. Those geniuses that made Temple Run. The thing is, they made Temple Run 2. Temple Run 2 was so addictive.
Yeah, I was talking about Temple Run 2 because that was the one with like that button, save your life button. And Temple Run is like, in my opinion, like an okay game. Like it's not that greedy. I just gave you an example for like a not egregious game. Imagine the ones that actually went 100% in the department of spend money to play the game.
What is a game like that?
Imagine like Farmville, a game like that.
I don't know Farmville.
So basically, imagine a game or Clash of Clans. You have a clan that you build. Imagine it takes your settlers 24 hours to build something, or you can spend spend $1 to make it like this. And then
no, it's the gems that you
spend.
buy.
Yeah. You need 500 gems to skip the 24-hour build process. How do you get the gems? You can make 5 gems for every building you build, or you could spend $1 to get like 100 gems. Your choice.
Nah, it's usually like $1 to get 10 gems.
Yeah. No, it's your and once again, the argument is it's your choice. You can play the game. You can wait 24 hours for the settlement to build, or you could just click the button that skips it all for $1. And then that was one building. Now do it again for another building. Because you need to have the coolest building. Because your friend has the really nice buildings and you have the poor building. You want to, like, have a better building than all your friends. So you're going to buy more and more and more. And by the time you get sick of it, you've already spent $1,000.
Oh, and by the way, each building has 10 level ups, and you also need to buy like 30 different buildings.
Now you're thinking like a game developer.
Oh my god. I remember that so well because I was so into Clash of Clans when I was younger.
I wasn't.
For like a year, I was so into it,
Did
but I
you
never.
You never spent. I never spent money on mobile games.
After FIFA.
No. Even during that time, I was like, this is stupid. Why would I waste... If the game is going to make me wait 24 hours, then this game sucks. That was my philosophy. Which was a good philosophy, but because I liked soccer and because YouTube personalities played FIFA... I was brainwashed for a few months. And, you know, it happened to me. So I have a personal, like, story that, like, okay, yeah, this is real. This actually happens.
Yeah.
I know you're above it all. You're
relax,
looking at me on your high horse and you're like, look at this fool falling for these traps.
I mean, to be fair, like I said, I never played games other than my god level skills at Mario Kart on DS.
It's true.
So I never ever was encountering stuff like that other than the mobile game franchises like the Clash of Clans, the Boom Beach. This is the same company.
Yeah, I know. All of them are bought by that company.
What company?
The company that makes them. So many of these games are now owned by that company.
Supercell?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow. Props to Supercell.
And they make billions of dollars. Billions with a B.
Of course. Well, yeah, of course. Revenue. You know, it's actually crazy when you think about it, that how much money companies make, and yet they still don't even make that much gross or net net sales.
What does that mean?
So, like, their total revenue could be billions, but in the end, they're only making, like, I don't know, maybe 10 million. Yeah, and then they have payroll, they have operating costs, they have everything.
Yeah, you know? But these game developers are usually paid really poorly anyway.
Yeah.
So...
Corporate finance, just the whole... Blech.
Yeah. No.
But what's another, like, bad game that does that? Or, like, is it really the worst games are the ones that make you wait time, where it's like, you see, because I know in Clash of Clans, for instance, they have the little upgrade button on the thing as it's being built over time.
I don't know.
And they show you the gems too, and like they even like color it red if you don't have the right amount of gems and everything. They're literally making you feel worse.
Yeah.
The more time you spend.
Look at you poor stupid idiot. Your friend has the nice clan and you're just sitting there waiting 24 hours with your horrible clan. It's like, what are you doing? Spend money.
Waste your money on us.
Made sense at the time for that poor soul. And the thing is, like, I think the reason why I broke out of the stupidity of FIFA was because you can't, like, when you get FIFA 13 and FIFA 14 and, like, the subsequent FIFAs, your team doesn't transfer. You have to do it again and again and again and again and again.
My God.
So when I realized that, like, the dream team I made no longer applies anymore for the newest game that obviously everyone's going to play, I was like, this is stupid. Why would I waste any more money now? Because, like, it's true. Why would I waste money if, like, I already wasted so much money to make the perfect team? Now I'm in the new game and nothing from my perfect team was transferred over. Why would I do it again? It's worth nothing because it's just going to keep going again and again. For the record, I stopped at FIFA 17.
You stopped playing
FIFA, yeah. When FIFA 17, that was the last FIFA I played. Because it's a good game. It's a good game, but, like, it's ruined by that monetization scheme.
Monetization strategies in games.
And the thing
sorry. Go on.
And the thing about FIFA is, like, by FIFA 13, I realized that, like, yeah, you could have the best team with the best players like Ronaldo and Messi, but you don't really need those players. Like, you can have, like...
Team sport.
No. Like, you can have, like, the mediocre players and still win.
Team sport.
No. Like, I'm also, like, you can have the superstar defenders and goalkeeper and all those stuff. You don't need the like S tier super gold rare cards because they're card packs.
Team sport.
Shut up, Pete. It's the play because the thing is they all have stats. So if you have the bad players, you're just gonna get destroyed because they're faster and stronger than you.
Okay.
But like if you have like okay players, you could still like run circles around most of the other online players.
Yeah, that team sport.
Shut up, Pete. That's not the point. But
I get the point. What are other monetization schemes that games have followed, or is that really like is that it? Like, what's another psychology trick that they try to play on us lowly humans?
Well, if your favorite gun costs like 1,000,000 coins and you make 50 coins a game, well, or you can spend money on coins.
That's the same thing though. Still, so do all games follow the digital currency scheme?
Yeah, the ones that resort to monetization schemes, microtransactions.
Huh.
There's a whole world you don't even want to know about.
Well, no, I understand how it works.
But it's like horrible.
Yeah, I know.
They literally hire like professional psychologists to like make you want manipulate you. They're like literally brainwashing you.
They're social engineers.
They are that's the name. That's the title. They give these freaks to like literally.
They're not freaks.
They have
They're
no
just doing
soul.
A job. They're
they
getting
have
contracted
no
to do a
soul.
job.
What kind of person consciously makes these decisions and are like, I'm doing a good thing here?
Well, they're doing something for a company that asked them for a service.
Yeah, but the service is to manipulate people, so they know that they're manipulating people, ergo they have no soul. Because they know, there's no way they don't.
Do they know that though?
What else are they doing?
I mean, if the company is playing its cards right, it's just making these quote-unquote social engineers just carry out tests or perform research without actual directly encountering the whatever system that these developers or this corporation is trying to create.
Pete, you need to watch that video that I'm gonna link
Really?
in the description, and you'll like just realize like the monsters these people really are.
Wow. I mean, no, it doesn't surprise me that this stuff is real. It doesn't surprise me that, or it doesn't surprise me that people are bad.
No, but like it's so like obvious. Like there's no like hiding it. It's clear as day, and yet they still like try to feign ignorance.
Really?
Like the lawyer. So the worst company is Electronic Arts. You know what that is? They made FIFA.
Are you talking about EA Sports?
Yeah, EA. That's Electronic.
What?
That's Electronic Arts.
Ooh, no way.
It's what EA stands for.
Hold up, before you continue.
Yes.
Does EA have any other franchises besides
they
the sports
licensed
games?
the Star Wars franchise.
Excuse me.
So you can imagine how much they exploited that.
Oh my.
Literally,
gosh.
the reason countries are now making laws is because of their second Star Wars game. That's how bad it was with the monetization. It was so bad that like governments were like, "Okay, guys, we're gonna step in now."
I still do think, despite the no, not they're innocent. I still do think that despite the moral depravity of these of this company and their ability to manipulate people to buy stuff on a psychological basis, it's still pretty smart. Yeah, I
didn't say they were stupid.
I take my hat off to them for being ingenious in their awful manipulation.
Yeah, I didn't say they were stupid. I said they were
speaking.
bad. I didn't say they were stupid. I said they were evil and bad.
Okay, so go on.
So look at this. They own the rights to FIFA, which is soccer, which is the most popular sport in the world, and they own the license for Star Wars, which is $1 billion franchise already. So they're the only ones allowed to make Star Wars games. So you can imagine how much money they can exploit off just these two alone.
Yeah, and then there's all the other games. What else does EA Sports umbrella have under it?
I don't know. They bought a lot of companies and ruined them all. Like,
Wait, actually?
yeah, the Mass Effect game that I was trash talking a few episodes ago.
Uh-huh.
They own that company.
Oh, nice. So they messed it up. That's good.
What? The trilogy, the original trilogy, wasn't bad.
It was sarcasm.
It was really good, but they messed up the new one. Yes.
What else?
What else does Electronic Arts? I don't know. It's Wikipedia, but they're not the only company, by the way. Like all the AAA, you know what AAA is?
Nope.
It's the mainstream games made by the big billion-dollar companies.
Okay.
So most AAA companies do monetization schemes nowadays, which is unfortunate.
Can we go back to the good old days when Guitar Hero
No.
was the
No.
was the game to play, and like there was no monetization in
Every
Guitar
comment,
Hero?
every other comment is literally, remember when you could pay for a game, pay $60 for a game and have the whole game? That's literally like every comment section is like, remember those days where you could just buy something and like have it all?
Literally.
Do you know Google? You know Google Stadia? You know what that is?
I've heard of it.
So Google tried to make delve their way into video gaming industry.
Okay.
They made a streaming service.
Uh-huh.
So basically nowadays you have to buy a console and you have to buy a game, and that's how you play games,
Well,
right?
I know that.
No. So Google Stadia, you can stream it. You don't need a box. That's their gimmick.
So they have games on the cloud.
Yeah, they
Google
have
Cloud.
their cloud farm in the Silicon Valley with all the games,
Wherever, yeah.
and you can stream it.
Uh-huh.
One problem is you still have to pay $60 for every game. So everyone was asking when they came out with this, is this going to be like Netflix? You know, because Netflix, you pay for the subscription and you can watch everything unlimited. That's not Google Stadia. Google Stadia is you still have to pay money for the game, but now, unlike before where you own the game, now you own the right to stream the game.
Can I just say something to the Google ears that are listening? Because let's be honest, I'm talking to you right now anyway. You could have made so much more money if you did a subscription model. What is wrong with you guys?
You're also stupid.
Me?
No, the Google people who actually thought Stadia was a good idea.
Dude, Netflix is so successful because of the fact that it's a subscription model.
Netflix is the reason streaming services exist.
Exactly.
But
to be totally fair, Netflix has been around since the 90s, actually. It just never
is that
was a
real?
stream. Oh, yeah.
What did they do before?
Dude, before...
Were they Blockbuster's competition?
Before we had high-speed internet in general, they were literally Blockbuster's direct competition, except they were not even close to the same market share. They had...
And then they invented streaming.
Yeah, no, exactly. Internet became faster, and the technology came where streaming was a lot easier. And this was Netflix really started taking off the latter part of 2010s,
yeah,
2015 and after.
Blockbuster made such a silly decision.
No, but that's true. Blockbuster could have gotten into the game. No, what I was gonna say though, Netflix, they would literally you would still subscribe. They still had that model, but you would have to basically rent I think it was DVDs or VCRs or something. They would send it to you in the mail.
Okay.
So it was like you're paying for subscription to all this access, but
you have to get it manually.
Yeah, you have to get it in the mail and everything, and that was probably, I don't know
so
how
it's
they
literally
survived that.
It's literally the same model, but now instead of manual, it's digital.
Yeah,
genius.
Well, to be fair, I mean
they were
worked.
so lucky.
But anyways, oh my God, Google, what's wrong with you guys?
Should
have been smarter. You guys are all geniuses.
No,
what's wrong with you?
I don't like the idea of streaming games because one, I like to own games. That's a thing.
I know.
And two, unlike shows or movies, gaming is an interactive medium, which means the speed at which the game is played matters.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of in Google's where Google is located, they have great Wi-Fi and all that stuff, so their internet speed is really good.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're playing a game in Santiago, Chile, you're
little reference there
to something that we haven't aired. if you do that, your internet speed is not going to be so good. And they had tests where they would like push the jump button, and it would take a second for the player to jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good, Pete.
Nice.
So it's
Love
just
lag time.
yeah. There's so much lag, and it's just not good. And that, as well as paying full price for a game, was just like it flopped. It flopped hard. It has.
To be fair, I feel like Google should have been way on top of that. Maybe there just might be some media and legal rights that prohibit games from being on a subscription model.
No, they're just stupid. They have games.
Dude, no way they're this... Dude, like...
They are really that stupid.
No, man. I promise you they're not.
They really are.
No.
I know you want to have faith in them, but Google has made a lot of bad things.
I wouldn't say they've made a lot of bad things. They what they do a lot is they
experiment. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
they do a lot. They pump a lot of money into
But they do
experiments.
fail sometimes.
I know,
Remember
but-
Google Plus, Pete?
Whoa, I do.
That was
What was that? I don't even know.
their
what it was.
competition against Facebook. Didn't really work. Now did it?
Wow. Well, you see also they have such high gross margins that they can literally
No. I'm not
do
saying
all those
I'm not
experiments and still
be
making good revenue.
No, I'm not saying I'm not faulting them for trying.
No, I know,
But their decisions behind this were stupid. Like literally, the first question people asked for the streaming was like, "Hey, is this like the Netflix of video games?" And they're like, "No. Why would it be that?" Literally, the spokesperson or the guy in charge of the project literally said, "I don't see why you shouldn't pay full price for the games." That's literally what he said out loud to the world.
Dude,
Like,
it
if
would
that
have actually.
if that's not stupidity, like what else could you call that? And what's worse is Microsoft, the owners of the Xbox, they're creating their cloud service.
Oh, dude, like,
and
right-
they're going to destroy.
God, Microsoft is gonna make billions from that. Okay, guys. So for anyone listening, if you have any technical team or if you have any coding knowledge, create a cloud service that has video game hosting on it and make it on a subscription base, and you will probably make millions.
It needs to be good though.
Yeah, of
because
course.
there are like
Well, that's why I say like to the crowd.
yeah.
Make sure you have a team of at least like 100 software engineers.
And the games have to like run well even in like poor internet environments. Good luck with that. No one's gonna do that. Internet has to improve greatly throughout the world for that to be feasible. Wow.
Wait. Okay. So, did you ever? I mean, on the topic of internet, did you ever read Nikola Tesla's last letter?
No.
So it was a series of letters to his mother because
Why?
he had heard that she was very ill,
Oh.
and this was I think late November, and October of I don't know.
The month doesn't matter.
Whenever.
Tell us the year.
I don't remember the year.
The most.
It was when he was alive. It was right after or right around the time that his lab got burned down.
Was it burned down by accident or did a mob?
No, dude, it was Thomas Edison's people, man. You didn't ever hear about that?
Didn't he live in Serbia or wherever he's
Tesla?
from? Yeah.
No, he lived somewhere else.
He didn't.
He left Serbia or Yugoslavia at the time.
Yugoslavia. Did he? He didn't live in America, did he? If he did, then it would make sense why his factory was burned to the ground.
I mean,
His lab
back then, Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla were the two people
with
controlling
electricity.
essentially.
Yeah.
So they didn't really have any, we'll say, monetary boundaries. Like, they could live wherever they wanted. My point is, Tesla didn't live in Yugoslavia at the time. He lived somewhere far away. He left home,
Okay.
left his mother. She was alone or something.
What about the last letter? Okay.
So these last letters, they were super sad. They were just, like, sad for the fact that he was writing to his ill mother. And then, like, one of them talks about how she's already passed. And then something like he got his laboratory burned down and he did all this work for humanity only to be humiliated and caused grief. Like, he was caused grief by trying to benefit humanity. The reason I'm talking about internet now is because he said something like electricity can be transmitted wirelessly and not through cables, and he's like, but now they burn down all my work and people won't be able to access this tech for centuries. And it's like,
That's unfortunate.
it is just so incredible what competition will do. like they'll sabotage humanity just for that momentary money. But like that, I guess like that's like the one side. The other side is like
Who was he writing to?
his mother.
His mom died though.
No, well, she died right before he wrote his last two letters. Like I
Oh.
said, it was a series of letters, and most of them.
Why would he mention wireless electricity to his dying mother?
Well, because he had nothing to lose at that point. His lab got burned down.
Why didn't
And I think in that last letter, he literally wrote in the letter, "I'm gonna put this on your grave." So that last one, I think, was just the one that,
the famous one?
maybe, I don't know. It's also let's
That's
also
unfortunate.
let's also take into account that I read this somewhere and there's no actual true credibility of the source or if the letters are actually true.
So
But
who?
I don't know if anyone would really. I don't know how anyone could make something like this up because it's like common knowledge that Thomas Edison's workers like literally sabotaged Tesla's
Well, how do you know
lab.
that?
I mean, I don't remember where I learned it, but it's also it's a historical fact. Like have you ever watched the movie The Prestige?
No.
Okay.
But
it's off topic.
But like, why? If Tesla was so good, why wouldn't like the Europeans like defend him or like support him?
Maybe Edison was
Edison's American.
I know.
It's a whole ocean away.
I know, but
You have your European Edison standing right next to you, and you're just like, nah, we'll stick with that guy.
I mean, maybe at the time they thought
He was insane.
who Tesla?
Yeah.
I mean, possibly. I don't know why, but I would like to think that they didn't really care. as
Because they
much.
had
Like, it was-
electricity anyway.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the whole norm back then was DC current, which was Edison's idea. Tesla liked alternating current. And
Yeah.
funny enough, that's the norm we have nowadays.
We use alternating currents.
Yeah. All our power is AC.
So he won in the end anyway.
Yeah. That's the worst part. He was literally the smarter guy. Thomas Edison was a capitalist. Nikola Tesla was a scientist.
Well, Edison was pretty smart.
No. He was a smart guy. But I'm saying
Tesla was even smarter.
Tesla was smarter, dude. 100%. All the stuff that if we still had all of his work, man, we would be farther along.
Flying cars.
Probably not.
If
But we would have wireless electricity.
wireless flying cars.
What?
If we had flying cars, would they even like work? Like, would we still have traffic? Or better yet, how would traffic be monitored now that we can all fly?
I mean, how is traffic monitored in our 2D roadways nowadays?
With the police guy standing there, but like the thing is, if like how do lanes work in a three-dimensional space?
The same way that they would work in 2D space.
Yeah, but there's
Right
no
now,
line.
technically.
Like, would there like be, I don't know, floating lines to like, or laser lights that like define the lanes in
It's
three-dimensional
possible.
space?
There have to be some kind of boundary.
What if the cars could like on the glass simulate like the lanes? So like so there's no lanes like actually there, but the front window is simulating like there is lanes.
Wait, explain that again?
So like, you know how on a normal highway there's like the white lines and the yellow lines
Okay.
to differentiate between where the cars should be lined up.
Uh-huh.
In three-dimensional space, you wouldn't really, unless you had floating lines, there's no real way to have that equivalent. But what if the what's the front, the windshield,
The windshield.
so the windshield in the front, what if that glass had like an electrical like simulation, like so that even though there's no real lines,
So like
the windows,
holographic AR.
yeah, it's simulating that where the lines would be.
Uh-huh.
So that way
I'd like that.
it'd be cool.
That would be a great way to solve that.
But
You just would really hope that part of the car doesn't break down.
yeah, but also how does like lane changing how would lane changing work in three-dimensional space? Now there's up, down, left, and right.
Mm-hmm.
How would you go up if I want to signal, oh, my exit's on the top floor of the highway? How do I get there?
Well, that's the other problem. We also if we're gonna travel in 3D, technically all our exits are still on the 2D plane of the globe, right? So eventually you would have to have exits on the lowest possible level,
Yeah.
right? Like the fastest way to get around, which funny enough would actually be, it would, because circumference and math and everything. Like the fastest lanes would have to be towards the top.
Yeah.
Because if you're going like hundreds of miles per hour closer to the exit, it makes no sense. It's like right lane versus left lane.
Okay.
Right? And like I said, because our exit, like our points in space that we would need to get to are on the 2D plane of the globe, or sphere, we say, then it's yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, fast lanes higher up, slower lanes closer to the bottom. This is the 3D traffic.
Yeah, but like here's
right
the
here.
thing: how do you park if there's 3-dimensional space?
Well, we're not parking.
But like,
that.
how would you park if you like? Okay, you're outside of the exit. Now what? If you're
What
on
do
the
you mean?
top floor, if you're on the top level of the highway or the road, and there's a car underneath you, I don't know. It's just like it's weird because we still would, even if transportation became 3-dimensional, the world would still be 2-dimensional.
Yeah,
because it's
so
not
that's the
like the
problem.
housing is also 3-dimensional.
Well, okay, that we might be just confusing people, but to be fair, like the infrastructure, I say, would have to start having
They
ways.
would need a float too,
Not necessarily float. It would just need
or
to have
you
housing.
need to have like
for,
roads, like, or park places to put
Yes,
the cars
exactly.
on other levels.
Exactly. Like you can have like your third floor of your house be your garage instead of it being on the ground floor.
Yeah,
Like normal
That's
society nowadays.
the future.
I mean, let's be real. We won't be terribly far away from that. I put us maybe a couple hundred years away from something like that. Assuming let's say we mined an asteroid.
Mine
That's
an
trillions of
asteroid?
dollars. Yeah.
Why? What's so special about the asteroid?
All the metal.
Is there a lot of that on an asteroid?
Alex.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
don't we have metal here?
Dude, if we mined an asteroid, we would have $1 trillion.
Well, what's on an
Dollar.
asteroid?
I mean, I don't know exactly. I forget. But there's a lot of metals and there are a lot of precious metals on space rocks. That is the point.
We know this.
Yeah.
Don't we have precious metals?
Yeah, but not enough of them.
What do you mean not enough?
The
of them?
density, as in the concentration of it, on an asteroid, way bigger.
Do we
like,
have
let's say
precious
we-
metals
dude.
deep in the Earth's crust? Are there
I mean,
precious?
obviously,
Then
yeah.
why don't we get those? We have them right under
Not
our
enough, and they're harder to find. I'm saying, let's say you had an asteroid the size of Long Island,
feet. Okay.
and it's literally composed of all metal.
Let's assume.
Mine that whole thing.
Let's assume
You've got a few $1 trillion right there. It's enough to literally lift half of the underdeveloped countries in the world out of their poverty.
Yeah, good luck with that. Let's assume. Okay, let's not even assume because they have actually successfully landed on an asteroid before. How would you get off of the asteroid?
Yeah, I don't know.
And how would you find your way back home this time?
This is a whole. I mean, we just need infrastructure in space.
We just
but-
need teleportation.
No, we don't need
Non-Euclidean planes.
Shut up, Alex. we don't need teleportation. We would need like tethers.
What does that mean? You're literally saying we're gonna like drag the asteroid back to Earth?
I wouldn't say that. I would say we would just have some pretty interesting ways of getting from point A to point B in space.
I mean, yeah, it's called a rocket.
I know, but rockets are inefficient, and they cost too much money. As
Well,
well,
how else are you going to travel in a vacuum?
there's this idea of a tether.
What does that mean? Like
So
you're gonna
it's
slingshot yourself,
totally fuel. Yeah, exactly. So imagine like you have this.
and if you miss,
Tough luck.
you're gonna be floating in the void of space with no way out.
Tough luck.
Okay, yeah, find the guy willing to do that.
I mean, pioneers, right?
This is why we need robots. Wait, I just literally
Oh!
last episode I literally just said no, we shouldn't give robots consciousness. No, we remote controlled robots. We should give robots with human functionality, but we control them. That way we can slingshot as many as we want into space, and they'll bring all the good stuff back.
What happens if they get smart enough? We're always going to go back to this same
the whole
argument,
point
Alex.
is no brain, we control them. So they don't have a brain. They're not smart.
We're always going to go back to the same argument, man.
And my argument will always be the same. You don't give them the ability to think. You give them nothing.
Okay. Let's not annoy our
audience.
Yeah.
Conflict is entertaining, though. Pete.
Not after I end you. And we won't have a second host.
We won't have
to the
another
Stay Positive podcast.
It's true. That would be pretty boring.
I will say 3D 3D highways is pretty cool. Think about that.
It's a novel concept, like, because you see it in like sci-fi shows, but like realistically, would they work?
I mean, we mentioned this last episode, but our buddy, our old pal, our great friend Elon, he's doing it.
Yeah, but he's doing it the other way.
Yeah, he's going down, not up. Because we don't have...
That's cheating.
Dude, I promise you Tesla is going to be that company that comes up with a flying car.
Yo, why is his company named Tesla?
Well, because it's named after the greatest scientist of our generation.
He should name it after not him.
So what do you want to name it? Einstein? Because, quite frankly, Tesla
is there a company named Einstein?
Well, probably.
I feel like this
should
be like legacy status where you don't touch or desecrate.
Einstein's discoveries weren't truly proven correct until maybe a couple years ago, until we detected gravitational waves and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Tesla's stuff, like, people knew about it by word of mouth, and everyone knew it was true, and it is proven true just because of common sense. Like, he made discoveries that people could actually observe on a daily basis and
like
understand. I mean, just things governing electricity, you know?
But electricity at the time was new.
I know, but I'm saying as our society progressed, as the way I see it is, he is more important because society has a greater need for electricity than it does for
theoretical physics.
Yes. You know? So that's why I say he's the greatest scientist on my
No,
time.
I'm not denying
Fight me, son.
I'm not denying he's great, but I feel like you shouldn't name your companies after legends. Because
he is a legend, man.
Yeah, I'm saying don't name your company after legends.
Why?
Because they're cool. And you might not be that cool.
You don't want to tarnish the name. I mean, Tesla's pretty cool. It's the most valuable car company in history.
Elon got lucky.
He didn't get lucky. He just sells. Oh, did you see the little promo event that they did?
What, for Tesla?
Yeah, they sold. They're selling shorts now.
They're selling pants.
No, shorts.
Like pants.
Well,
the shorts.
Yeah, like shorts.
Why is he selling clothes now?
Well, did you ever hear how he sold flamethrowers?
No.
As part of his Boring Company?
What company?
The company that builds those tunnels is literally called the Boring Company.
The Boring, like
they bore holes.
Oh.
They bore holes, but it's called the Boring Company.
Oh, okay. Smart.
This guy's the biggest troll ever, I tell you.
He's just having fun.
He literally is, and the worst part is that it's like, we talk about him so much out here, and I'm telling you, like, I'm telling the world right now, and he's gonna be on here one day.
Can I ask a real question?
Go for it.
What did he do? Is he like a scientist himself, or did he just fund all these projects?
No, he has a
because like Einstein
undergrad degree in physics.
Einstein and Tesla, they really did it themselves.
No, the guy is an actual physicist.
So he is a pretty smart guy. On his own.
Yeah, he's trained in physics. Went to Stanford he dropped out right before he started his Stanford stint. Helped found he didn't found PayPal. He was part of PayPal. He was one of the
creators. He was one of the 2 people or 3 people that made it.
Sure. I don't remember, quite frankly. But he was a very big role in PayPal.
What is PayPal? It's just a secure line?
It's Venmo.
So why did Venmo even exist?
Well, tell me, why does Lyft exist when Uber's already there?
Yeah, but PayPal existed way before Venmo. So why would someone copy PayPal 10 years later? Why don't I just start Netflix?
It's all business
Why don't
strategy.
I just start Netflix too and make $1 billion off of that?
You could. No one says you can't. That's the essence of capitalism.
But like, why did it work?
I don't know because I'm not in Venmo's HQ, my guy.
But you use Venmo.
I do.
Why don't you use PayPal?
I have PayPal also.
Oh, okay.
But I don't use PayPal.
You're hurting Elon's heart.
He doesn't care. He liquidated his PayPal stuff and put it all into Tesla and SpaceX anyway.
What's the point of SpaceX?
To get us to Mars, dude.
Is that like the end game or?
No, that's just the first.
That's the first step.
That's the first step for
and
him.
what did he say? 4 years? That's how long it's gonna take?
No, I'm saying 20 years.
What did he say? How long is it gonna take?
I don't think he expects us to be there in this lifetime, in his lifetime.
What's his child's name?
He's X-12 or something like that.
Why?
You know, like the AE letter?
that symbol, yeah.
Yeah, it's an ash.
Ash.
X-ash.
Zash 12.
A12.
So Zash 12.
Or Zash 12. I don't know.
No. Like, that's how it would be. X-ash 12. Zash 12.
A12, I think.
Oh, Zasha 12. Why is there a number in his name?
Is it Sasha?
Is that what his freaking name is?
Oh, no, it's a girl, dude.
Oh, well, Sasha works both ways. But why is there
Sasha 12?
Why is
Why
12?
Well, they gave a good reason. I think it has to do with like their favorite
number
exoplanet.
XO?
Like a habitable planet, or maybe it had to do with their no.
It's not Earth?
I don't remember. It has to do with something in space.
Okay.
I know that for sure.
So Sasha 12. That's their
Dude,
name.
no way. Is that if that's how you pronounce it?
Dude, we just cracked the. I don't think that's how it's pronounced.
There's
but
no way.
That's the greatest conspiracy we'll ever solve. Is what the name actually meant.
Honestly,
Elon, we're figuring you out. We're gonna take over.
I'm telling you, man. Like he's gonna be here one day. I really would love to pick that man's brain.
Yeah. What would you do if Elon was sitting right here? What would you? What would the first question be?
I can't tell you right now.
Oh.
I would say, what are your plans?
And he'd be like, I don't know, make Borscht Company 2.
Borscht Company 2. I don't know.
Make Sasha 13. I don't know. What would Elon's plans be? Like,
I don't know.
Will he make another plan, or will he just stick to like he's just doing new stuff every other year? Like he's gonna make. I don't know. I wouldn't even imagine he'd make a digging company for like underground highways, so I don't even know what he would do next. He's already doing rockets, he's doing electric cars, and he's doing underground roadways. Where else is there to go? He's going up, down, left, and right. There's no other direction to go.
Time travel company.
Time travel? That's teleportation, baby. Elon Musk, join us. We're gonna talk teleportation.
We're gonna start going back and forward now. No, I think honestly, like we should just we just gotta what's the thing in the movies, like little block where you're like action, except like when you pick it up it's cut or something like that. I don't know.
That symbol, not symbol, that clacker thing. I don't know. We're gonna have
whatever it is, we got to do it now because we just solved the mystery of how to pronounce Elon's daughter's name.
Sasha. That's Sasha Musk. That's her name.
12.
Sasha 12 Musk.
Wow.
Is there a middle name or is just
maybe
Sasha?
12 is the middle name, or no? It might be one of those joint names, like
it's still silly
like
to put a number.
A name that will be coming soon.
Would you name your child with a number in it?
Technically, you're not allowed to in California, so they changed it from the number 12 to the word 12.
So her name literally is Zasha or Sasha 12.
Or
X-Ash 12. No,
X-Ash A.
A12?
Yeah, X-Ash
What's the A at the end for? Unless it is Sasha. It probably is Sasha.
Dude!
That makes sense.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Soon.
I'll freak if we actually got this.
If Elon Musk comes here, it's like, is your daughter's name like based on Sasha? And he's like, yeah. It's like, holy moly.
Holy smoly. Okay.
All right.
Well,
we've been talking for an hour and something minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a more chill, relaxed podcast. We just didn't really have much of a conversation. We just had some fun talking. Treat this like background noise or engage and enjoy.
Yes.
Pete, do you have anything you want to say?
Stay positive, friends.
Stay positive.